Hi guys, it's Legionero. Welcome back to my channel, and I would like to welcome all of my new subscribers. Today is day 12, our final day of our 12 days of DIY Christmas gift ideas. However, this is not a sewing or Cricut project. I'm going to show you from start to finish how to make and upload a journal to Amazon KDP. So I'm going to show you from start to finish how I get my images, how I find the interior for the journals, all of those things I'm going to go through with you in today's video. So there's a couple of ways that you can do a journal. I'm going to show you how to upload to Amazon KDP. You can set up a free account. If you have an Amazon account, you can use the same username and password. You can upload it to Lulu. Some people find Lulu a little bit harder than Amazon. They're the same to me. But I like Lulu because you can do a spiral bound, but I'm not showing you that today. And you can also print out journals and you can bind them and make them yourself using a cinch machine or a machine like that. But again, that's not what I'm showing you today. I'm showing you how to upload, how easy it is to make journal covers, find your interiors, and upload to KDP. So let's get started. Okay, so the first things I want to show you is where I get my designs for my covers, and then I'm going to show you how to find free interiors. So the two main places that I use is Design Bundles and also Creative Fabrica. There's other places that you can buy images and quotes and different things like that. Creative Market is one, as well as Etsy. You just want to make sure that whatever you buy is free for commercial use, or not free. There's some paid stuff on here, but also if you run into some free stuff, which you will, make sure that it has a commercial license. Not if it's for personal use, you can only use it for yourself or a family member or something like that. You can't sell it. So make sure whatever you use, whether it's free or you pay for it, make sure it has a commercial license, and also read the commercial license, because sometimes with free designs or any paid designs as well, you may be limited as to how many products you can sell. All right. So for instance, you may be able to sell 500 products, but after that, you may have to purchase an extended license or something like that. Especially on Etsy. Be really careful with that on Etsy. But I like Design Bundles and Creative Fabrica because they come with a commercial license. So this is Design Bundles, and when you can get a free account, and every Friday or Monday, but I think it's Friday, they send out a bunch of free stuff. So I always make sure I download the free stuff, and then I've also purchased some things. And here's some of the things that I've purchased, as well as some of the free things. So yeah. And what you can do, I'm going to click on one of them. It tells you over here that it's a premium license included with commercial license allowed. And you can click on this and read the actual license to see what you can and can't do with these images. Same thing with Creative Fabrica. Here's some of the things that I've downloaded. A lot of this stuff on Creative Fabrica I've gotten for free, because they too send out an email with free things for you to download. Now, you see here where it says POD, that means, let me click on this real quick. That means I got the full POD license, meaning I can use this image however I want to use it, and I don't have to make any changes to it. I don't have to add anything to it or anything like that. The full print on demand license will allow you to do that. But again, make sure you read the license. But you don't have to get the full print on demand license, because everything, just like design bundles, come with a commercial license. So these are good places to get fonts and graphics and different things like that. And of course, again, Etsy, Creative Market is one place. Creative Market is a little bit more expensive, but you can also buy extended commercial license with those as well. All right. So I'm going to use one of the images that I got. I got to make sure actually, the image I'm using, I got from Etsy. Okay. So when you get ready to download your images, you just download them and you download them to your computer and you can use them. All right. So that's that. And I already have the image saved on my computer, so I don't have to download it again. So let's look at some free resources for when you get ready to for the interior of the book. So this is BookBolt. You can get free interiors from BookBolt, and I will link everything that I'm talking about in the description box below for you guys, so you don't have to go searching for it. So you would go to BookBolt. I'll have the link in the description. You would click Interior Wizard, and these are all the interiors that you can download. They have blank ones, they have line ones, music sheets, career plan, monthly to-do lists, mood trackers. There are a number of things. And if it's not free, it'll say members only, log in, register. But there's so many things on here that's for free. So what you would do, bleed or no bleed. You see how these images go all the way to the edge? You would want to make sure you click bleed. But if it doesn't go all the way to the edge, then you don't have to click bleed on it. But anywho, so you would click on the one you want. So let's say I want this one. So you click on the one you want, you choose your size, you choose whether or not you want bleed. And again, like I said, if it goes all the way to the end, you don't have to choose bleed. So that I chose, it didn't go all the way to the end of the margin. So I'm not going to choose bleed. You put in your word count. You can type it in or you can hit the button. I always do 120 pages. That's just what I've been used to doing it. And a lot of my templates are based off 120 pages, right? You do your 120 pages and you hit download and it downloads the template for you. And then make sure you just save it to your computer. Right? So there's that. And that is on BookBolt. Like I said, they have a ton of free things that you can download on here. And you can pick your size. You can do 8.5 by 11. But I'm just so used to doing 6 by 9 journals. All right. So another thing you're going to need to know is when you're creating your journal, you're going to need for Amazon KDP, you're going to need to know what size your cover template is going to be, meaning the outside of your book. So what you're going to do is I'll come down here. This is, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, but book owl. I don't know how to say it, but anyway, I will link it in the description box below. All right. And you scroll down here to KDP, and you scroll down here to KDP cover template generator, and you put the size of your book. Mine is 6 by 9. My page count is 120. Paper type, I always hit white. I always do white. And then you would come down here. You would put your email address. And then you would hit email. You have to put the checkbox in the you have to put the check mark in the box saying you consent to email, and you hit email cover template, and they will send you a cover template. And it's up to you. You can donate, but this service is free, so it's up to you if you want to make a donation or not. So when you get to your email, So when you get to your email, you'll have an email from Steve, and these are your two templates. And it also has a video here that you can watch, but I just always click on my email, and you see you can make a donation here again. There's a video, but here's the template that you would download. Right? And it has a PDF and it has a PNG. So this is what it looks like when you open it up. Um, so it tells you for your 6x9 book, 120 pages. So you check that to make sure that's correct. This is the size that you need right here for full cover size, including bleed. My book cover needs to be 12.52 by 9.25. All right. So when we go over to Canva to make our book cover, I need to keep this size in mind. And it has what size? So if you had a chose 8.5 by 11 book, 200 pages, you will come over here again and it will tell you the full cover size you need for your book. So let's recap really quick before we jump into Canva, because I know I'm giving you a ton of information in this video. First thing you want to do, if you want to add images or you want to pay for them, or if you want to find some free images, again, if you're selling something, if you find a free image, see if it has a commercial license. If it does not have a commercial license, you can't sell it. All right. So you can go to those sites: Design Bundle, Creative Fabrica, Etsy, Creative Market. There is a number of places where you can go to get fonts as well as designs that you want to use. And Canva as well has designs that you can use. Same thing with Canva though. You want to make sure that you can use these designs for commercial use and not just personal use. Okay, so let's say you found the image that you want to use. And we now want to make our book cover. So let me see if I can show you some of my designs that I've made. These are my 12 days of DIY Christmas gift ideas. Handbag sewing planner. So these are some of the covers that I made. Things I need to slay today. This is one she believed she could, so she did. All of these things are on my Amazon page. Girl Boss. Not sure if I did Black Girl Magic. I'm not sure if I uploaded that or not. Get It Girl. These are all covers that I created using images that I purchased from the different sites. All right, and you don't have to put an image on your cover. Here's some backgrounds that I did. I did some composition notebooks, and I just used the background. So you don't have to use images like these. I got one that has sloths on it. My project notebook, it just has project notebook on it. So you don't have to use images. It's just up to you and how creative you want to be when you're making your covers. This one is a wine one that I have on here, and I did get this image from Creative Fabrica. And then here's some of the other ones with just fun backgrounds that I've done. All right. All right. So let's get started with making our cover. All right. So let's create our cover. I am not an expert. I am not I don't have a design background, any of those things. I can't even draw. Stick figures is the best I can do. But I'm going to show you how I create my journal covers. All right, so I go to canva.com, hit create a design, And we want to do custom size. And remember those sizes that the website told us we needed our cover to be. So mine was, the width was 12 by 520 and the height was, oops, I do this all the time. Make sure you change pixels to inches. Right, so 12.520 and 9.250. You don't have to put that 0 on the end, but that's what I do. Because you see when I do recent under here, you can see that I've used that size and other sizes a lot. All right, so I got my size in, so create new design. All right, so this is my template here. One of the first things I like to do is I want to find the middle of my template. And the reason why is because you want to make sure that your cover is, even, it's not lopsided or anything like that, off or anything like that. So I take a line, and I just went to elements, and my recently used is lines, but under lines, just grab a line. And you see that those pink lines that are popping up, the one that's going straight up and down, that's telling me that I'm in the center. So this is what your book looks like when it's open, right? So this side over here will be my actual cover. So what I am going to do, first thing I'm going to do, I want to get a background. And this is just going to be a simple color background. And I'm going to click, since the color that I want is not up here, I'm going to click this button here for background color and new color. And I'm going to see if I can find something. I want like a brown. How about this? How about I do this? I'm going to click down here to like this. This, it says peach, but I'm going to see if I can get something that'll, there we go. I don't like that it has that kind of black color. Or how about I do this? Brown. Okay. So here's some different browns. That was a lot easier. I was taking y'all through all kinds of changes. All right. All right, so I typed in brown up here. It brought up some browns. Now I have a brown background. All right. But if you click on background, you have all these backgrounds here. Oh, and I have the premium version of Canva. So you see when you point to something, it'll say free. But if you point to something that's not free, so I can find something that's not free. Try this. I want to show you what it looks like when it's not free. It'll let you know when it's not free. They got a lot of cool free stuff on it. Okay. All that stuff is free. And maybe it's saying it because I have the premium version. That could possibly be it. Let me go to photos. Okay, there we go. It'll say pro when it's for the pro version. All right. So anyway, I got my background. Now I'm going to uploads because I need to add the image that I am going to use on my cover. So what I'm going to do, sometimes my stuff is already uploaded because I've uploaded a ton of stuff on here. If it's not, I hit upload media. I go to my device and I'm going to go to pictures and hopefully I can find what I'm looking for. So I have her saved under Afro Woman PNG, and I know it's her because of the lips. Otherwise, I would not be able to do it. Anytime you do a PNG, it has a transparent background, so that's why you can't see. And then the rest of the image is black, so that's why you can't see the actual image. Saved as a PNG. Anywho, so she's uploading. And if you follow me on any of my Instagram pages, I feel like I have a million of them. You've seen a bag with her on it. So all I did was click, and now she's over here on my book cover. So now I'm just going to size her. So I'm just going to take one of these little corners here and drag till she's the size that I want her. And you see that pink line there? I like to stay in that pink line unless it doesn't look even. All right, because you want your cover to look even. So I try to make my image, a size to where it looks even. Right. So now that I have her on here, I can center her. And again, those pink lines let you know whether it's centered or not. And I can leave this like this, or I can type some words on here. Let's say you want some words on here. So you go to text over here, and you can choose whatever text you want. I usually go with the subheading in the middle because you can always change the size. And I don't really know what I want to say. So I'll just say Afro Lady Journal. And right now, the color is white. So I can take it. If I grab this edge, it's going to make it bigger. But when your mouse has the 4 arrows on it, that's when you can move it. All right. The one in the corner is the one that sizes it. The 4 arrows. So that has 2 arrows. This has 4 arrows. You can move this around. So that's if you want to add text. This text is white right now. So any fonts you want to change, you can change them here. Just make sure you're clicked on your text, because if not, it won't show up your font choices. So click on your text. I can change this to different fonts, until you find the one that you want. All right, you can change the size here, and you can change the color. Right, you just move it around until you figure out, where you want it, different things like that. So I don't really want any words on mine, so I'm just going to take that off. So you click on it, you can hit delete here. It's in the, I don't know if it's cut off, but there's a trash can in the top. It's right next to this duplicate, the trash, the delete sign is there, or you can hit delete on your keyboard. All right. Right. I want to make sure you also can see over here on the side, because I'm not sure how this is going to record on the screen recording, but these are all the things over here on the side. You have your uploads, your photos, elements, text, styles, background, all that. Those things are located over here. I'm not sure if you could see that before. All right. Ooh. All right, so she's done. I have her how I want my book cover. Now, don't forget to click on this to remove it, because you don't want that to be printed on your book cover. Right, so you just click on it, and you can either hit the delete button on your screen or hit the delete on your keyboard. So let me click on this so you can see the delete button is right there. All right. So now what we want to do, now that I'm all done, I hit download. Now, if you don't want this to be your name, you can double click on that and change the name. So when you hit download, your book covers, you have to download them as a PDF. And you want to do PDF print because you want it to be the highest quality print, right? So you hit download, you do PDF print. And I just hit continue editing while it's downloading at the bottom there. All right, and now you have your journal cover. And my stuff is saved in my downloads. If you don't want it saved in your downloads, you can save it somewhere else on your computer. All right, so now that we have our cover, we have our interior. Now we're going to go to KDP, Amazon KDP. So what websites you want to go to is kdp.amazon.com. If you have an Amazon account, you can just log in with your Amazon account information. If you don't, you can create an account. But I have an Amazon account. So of course, when you first set up your account, you're going to have to go through setup and set up all your information, your payment information, different things like that. But there are sites, and actually KDP actually walks you through that as well. There's also ways to find out the size of your templates and stuff using KDP. All that is a separate video. But once you get your account set up with Kindle Direct Publishing, you will come to this page and it'll ask you if you want to do a ebook or a paperback. We're doing a paperback. And I cheat a little bit because I make so many journals. I have my stuff saved on a Word document. So I use pretty much the same messaging in my titles and different things like that. So I just copy and paste. So my book title, I'll say Afro Lady Journal. And then I do a subtitle. Subtitle is optional, but I like doing a subtitle because you can put certain keywords in your subtitle. And you can research keywords and different things like that. So this is not a series. I don't have an edition number. I am the author. So I put my name, Legionnaire Barnes. You can add another author. So let's say someone else contributed to this. You can add another author. Now the description, I'll put the site on here on how to change wording to HTML because that's the only way that it's going to look nice and neat. You have to change your wording to HTML. Again, I have my stuff saved on here, but I will put the website that I use to save everything in HTML format. All right, so I added my description, whatever you want your description to be. And if I need to take some things out, I take some things out. Right? And you want to check that you own the copyright. Keywords, same thing. I copy and paste my keywords because I pretty much, depending on the books, I use the same keywords. I'm not an expert on writing great descriptions and keywords and different things like that. So I did some research, but I'm still researching, just to make sure I have some good keywords. And some of the keywords that I may use just depends on what the journal is about. Once I finish copy and pasting, I'll let you see the keywords that I use. All right. And there's one place I get images. If you can use their images for commercial use, but you have to make sure that you give them credit for the image. Now, if you buy the full commercial license, you don't have to. So if that's the case with one of my images, I put that up here in my description. Designs by, whoever created the design. But here are some of the keywords that I use. Um, so if anybody types in African American journal, um, my book may pop up, something like that. So I try to put different words that people may use to find a journal. All right, categories is one of the hardest things for me because I know one of them that I use, um, but another one, there are other things that you can use categories. I'm still researching that as well. I hit literary collections and diaries and journals. So here you can only put two categories when you're setting up your books. So the first one, literary collections, and then diaries and journals. And then I hit juvenile nonfiction. And right, so then I go to juvenile nonfiction and then down to language arts and journal writing. All right, so those are the two categories that I use. All right, then I hit save. Um, does it contain language situations or images inappropriate for children under 18? No, it doesn't. Hit save and continue. You want to get your free KDP ISBN. Next thing you want to do, you come down here and you select your interior. Always do black and white interior with white paper. My trim size is 6x9. I want to say my cover is no bleed. It is no bleed. Not my cover, my interior. I want a glossy finish because that's what I have in my description. But you can choose glossy or matte. Glossy is glossy. Matte feels good. It feels like a thick paper cardstock type, but it's really nice. Matte is really nice, but I usually do glossy. So now you're going to upload your manuscript. Your manuscript is that free interior that you downloaded, and mine is saved on my computer. So wherever you save yours, you find it on your computer. All right. So mine is the Line Journal 6x9 120, and I got this off of BookBoat. So once you find it, you click on it and hit open. It's going to start uploading your manuscript for you. Right, it'll tell you when it's uploaded, and it should eventually appear here. If it doesn't, I'll upload it again. There it goes, because lately it's been kind of slow. Now you want to upload your cover, so you can either use the cover creator. I don't recommend doing that. I've done it before. I did it on my Deception Disguises Love book, but it was a little difficult. Not too terribly difficult, but I don't recommend it. So I'm going to upload a cover you already have. Upload my cover. Go to my downloads, and Afro Lady Journal. Right, and it lets you know that it's successful. It says this look like you've made some changes to your manuscript or book cover. Please preview and approve these changes before continuing. So you hit launch previewer. It won't let you go any further until you hit launch previewer and preview it anyway. So it says my screen size is too small. You can hit continue. That doesn't mess up anything. Right? So sometimes this takes a while. Okay, so it does take a while. So don't think something is wrong. It even gives you little cute messages like might be time to get some coffee or maybe a sandwich. It's really cute. But eventually your previewer will come up and you can preview your cover. It has your ISBN number on here, and you can click the arrow going to the side to make sure that your interior looks good as well. I use this same interior, so I don't click through the whole thing. Once I'm done, I hit approve. If you don't like it, hit exit print previewer. But if you do, hit approve. You scroll down, and it's telling you right here your printing cost is $2.29. So once you get your book up and you want to buy some copies of your book, it's going to cost you $2.29 each plus whatever the shipping is. And I'm going to give you a tip in a minute. So you hit save and continue. So territories, you want to do all territories. And here's where you're going to list your price. I sell these journals at $7.99. I don't want to make them too high and I don't want to make them too low because Amazon takes a 60% royalty, and then for expanded distribution, they take 40%. All right. So after printing costs, my royalty for each book that I sell is $2.50. So I receive $2.50 for each book that I sell. And technically, you're uploading this for free. You don't have to buy any designs from any of those sites I showed you. You can get the interior for free. You can create a cover for free on Canva and just put your favorite quote on the cover. Again, with quotes and scriptures and things like that, make sure there's no copyright issues. But again, for minimal work, I get $2.50 per book that I sell. And it depends if you buy ads or different things like that, that can push your book out. You know, the more you sell, the more money you get. So the tip, request printed proofs. Don't order those, okay? Because it will come to you and it'll say not for resale across the front of your book. So don't request any printed proofs of your book. When your book goes live, you can order author copies. So make sure you order author copies, not printed proofs. All right. So once you're done, you're satisfied. And you can type in different prices here so you can see what your royalties will end up being, and you choose what's best for you. And you know the type of book it is. If it's a planner, of course, you're not charging $7.99 for a planner. But you know, you choose, and it'll show you the markets as well and what you would get from each market. Right? Publish your paperback book. Right? It tells you save successfully. It gives you a little preview here, what it says, your title, your subtitle, what your cover is going to look like, your price. It's going to review. It said if it passes review, it can take up to 72 hours to be available. So they're going to review your book. It does take at least 72 hours. I haven't gotten one in less than 72 hours, a confirmation. And then it tells you can start an ebook. So of course, when I uploaded my Deception Disguised as Love, I did an ebook as well. But if you don't want to do an ebook in a journal, and you hit close, all right, and you're done. So I'm going to sign out. But let me show you the email that you receive when your book is available. You'll get an email that says your paperback book is available in the Amazon store. It says congratulations, all of these things. Tells you what you can do next and a whole bunch of resources. So look out for that in your email. When your book to see if your book is on the Amazon website. All right. So now once you get a couple of books on here, you can create an author page at Amazon Author Central. And it's just a few clicks basically, and then you just add your books to the page. You can research YouTube videos. It shows you how to do it step by step. That's all I did. Um, and it shows a list of all your books. So here's a list of all of my books that I have on here so far. Most of these are blank line journals. I have a couple of guided journals on here, my handbag planner, my novel, Deception Disguised as Love. This is a guided journal, this mindfulness journal, a project journal. So these are all the journals that I have. I got some composition notebooks on here. All right, so if you click on it, tells you all the formats and editions, and you can also search for your books on the Amazon website. All right, guys, so that is it. Hopefully, this video will inspire you to start making you some blank line journals or some other guided journals, because that Book Bolt site has a ton of interiors for free that you can use and create different journals and even planners. So, and there's also other resources and videos on YouTube that you can follow as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so you'll be notified each time I post a new video. And thank you so much for watching my 12 days of DIY Christmas gift ideas.